Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, not in the garage. I'm actually out here in San Rafael Swell, Utah. So I'm making a road trip to California and figured I'd play around for a bit at the halfway point. So I'm out here with the dogs, currently leashed up because there's cows and I don't have their e-collars on right now. So they are just leashed to my hip and we're just wandering. Phoenix is warming up over at camp in the car because it's 15 degrees out right now. To say we had fun in the tent would be an understatement. I bought one of those Mr. Buddy heaters and that was literally a lifesaver. We are also on this trip trying out the Gazelle Tent, seeing if the hype is worth it for the Gazelle Tent. So far I'm not sold. I was going to be getting a Oz Tent RV3, but this trip was very unplanned. I had a few days notice and I couldn't get it here in time. Doing away with the rooftop tent. So that's kind of the reason why. It's pretty out here. Look at the rocks. The dogs are loving it. All right, we're gonna get warmed up. I'm gonna get some coffee and we're gonna hit the trails a little bit today. Well, that sucks. Whew. Sun's warming up while I'm cleaning up, so I will show you why I'm not a big fan of this tent. So this is the Gazelle T4 Hub Tent Non-Overland Edition. It does go up very easily, like they say. Thing I don't like about it, first off, the main reason why I didn't want it to begin with was this door on the corner. I have the dogs, so it's kind of harder to get in. The Oz tent that I wanted had a big opening on the front. They could just walk in and out. It's nice. And what I started to do was, for the first time, use cots. Excuse the mess. So I started to use the cots here for the first time. Problem is the walls, they slope inward, so you can't really get the cot close to the wall. And then with the corner doors, you can't configure two cots in here without blocking a door. So for the dogs, they had to go in and out there. So for those two reasons alone, I'm not a fan of this one. The Oz tent has very straight walls. So I could put a cot on both sides and then you have the doorway coming right in. But it did work out. I had one of my Plano boxes here with the heater on it. And I know they say not to, but we ran all night. It was too cold. We do have 5-degree bags. And they still weren't enough. So it was chilly last night. We got another night of chilliness. So I gotta figure out more propane for that heater on the way to the next spot. That happens. So since I haven't really taken the dogs camping too much, they are on the leash regiment until I get a little bit of trust. As we go and explore, I'm going to throw their e-collars on and they'll probably be fine. But while at camp, while I'm cleaning up, I'm going to just keep them leashed so I don't have to watch them as much. But there are cactuses all around, as you saw in my leg. Nova already stepped on one. I had to pull out of her paw. We were debating between two spots to set up camp last night. The other spot did not have any cactus when I walked it this morning. So kind of wish we went there. But oh well, what's done is done. So I'm going to get to packing, get this stuff all torn down, and we are going to go hit the trail. I will say compliments to Gazelle for giving a bag that's big enough to fit everything and it cinches down. I do like that. That's the best part. Come on, Nova. Nova, come. Good boy, Niko. Niko, stay with me. Come on, Nova, come. Going out? Good girl. Okay, stay with Niko. Come here. Gonna see how they do off leash here. I don't have their e-collar on, but there's nobody around and pretty secluded with these little arches here. Figured check them out, get the dogs out. Niko is not fully over his car sickness, but he has not had any issues. Niko, come! Good boy! We've done everything from windows up, windows down, AC on, AC off, withholding food, Dramamine, CBD, all that stuff with Niko. And the only thing that seems to work so far is Cerenia. Yesterday we drove over 400 miles and not one issue. And now we're about 5 miles in on this trail. And he's drooling a lot all over the door, but no issues. Letting them run around. Hey, where are you going? Come here. So these are cool. Little rock edge here with all these arches.
Very dusty.
Yeah.
No, I can taste it.
Yeah, it's dusty. Yeah, too dusty for me.
Yeah. I was in there taking pictures. That's my lunch for.
Shoes.
That's my lunch.
Load up.
Why are you being so stubborn?
Yes.
Okay,
Come on.
good.
Laziest dog ever. Niko, load up.
Niko,
Come on.
you are the
Jeez.
you are the dog Garfield, Niko. you do stuff when you want to.
So due to time, we actually made the decision to kind of turn around on this trail. We had to drive all the way down to Cedar City, Utah today, and I think if we go and do the entire trail, we'll get to camp late again, and that was exhausting trying to set up in the dark. Just because we had to make so much time up on highway, it's just easier to make the turn back. So seeing some of the stuff, it's made to go the way I'm actually going now. Now I turned around. Hill climb was a downhill descent. So now we're actually doing the hill climb right now as we speak. So we're back on I-70, heading towards Cedar City. Made the decision to turn around, which was a good one because we're still going to get to camp really late tonight. We are going to make one stop along the way for gas and more propane so we don't freeze to death. Yeah, it's supposed to be cold as well in Cedar City. Now we got the few hours of driving ahead of us, but then we'll be setting up camp. As you can see me. As you can see, it's another cold night. I am out here cooking some burgers. This is the first trip I'm using this GSI stove. So far I like it. But we got camp set up kind of out here in the middle of the woods, snow on the ground. Dogs are fed and happy. Oh, let's turn this. There, dogs are laying down. They did great on the trip. No throw up. Yeah, Niko made it, so I'm pretty much sold on Cerenia working for him. We hit some rough roads. We did have to cut the trip short just because of time. As you can see, we just got set up and situated. No issues whatsoever. He looks like a happy dog. Normally he just looks miserable sitting in the car. So he looked happy. He'd look out the window. I think the platform helps too, because he'll lay up on the platform. He'll lay down and he can just see right out the window. So he just watches all the cars and everything go by. It is dark here. It's cold. We're probably going to hang out in the tent. We got it hooked up to one of the big 20-pound bottles of propane for the heater. So we're going to be running that. I should probably look into diesel heaters before everybody comments. If you know about diesel heaters, I know people talk about the China diesel heaters or the Amazon ones. If you have any information on them, put them down in the comments down below. I need to learn about them, so that might be the next step. I'll wait till morning, give you guys a little tour kind of the setup, and I'm going to try to warm up after I get these burgers cooked. Alright, see you in the morning. Officially the coldest night I've ever gone camping. It's currently 10 degrees, but fortunately the sun's coming out, so hopefully it'll start warming things up just a little bit. As you saw, everything's frozen. Tent had a layer of ice on it from the condensation because of the heater, and I actually had to take my Leatherman to the zipper because I couldn't get the zipper open. So that was fun. Of all this, what's funny is all the dirt, and Niko just goes and lays in the snow. He's definitely a snow dog. I honestly don't even know which national forest this is, but just kind of found a trail and pulled off, and yeah, took the first available spot. So it was late, we were tired, it was getting cold, but today we're going to make the last drive. I think it's like 6 or 7 hours of driving. We're going to try to stop for a hike outside Mesquite, between Mesquite and Vegas area, just to break up the drive a little bit, tire the dogs out. All that depends on how long it takes me to put away camp while cold. I'll also give a little tour of the camp setup, kind of what we have going on. It's not the normal. Normally I would do a fire, have an actual breakfast. Today we're just doing Pop-Tarts for time. Yeah, just so we can get out on the road. I don't have to clean everything and stuff like that. So here's our camp. Back of the truck's currently a mess with everything. Stuff that was just kind of thrown in there. Normally this is just, while we're driving, I have a couple blankets out and the dogs were just laying on there. Trash bag, always take out your trash. Drawers have been working great. I still have to organize them. I haven't had a chance to. I kind of threw everything in there, and then this trip was, again, short notice. So I think I found out 3 days ahead that I was going to be doing this. So far the fridge works good. It acts currently as a heater right now to keep my water from being frozen. It's set to 38 right now, but it's currently 27, and it's 10 degrees outside. So it's helped insulating the water just so it doesn't freeze. Drawers have been working good. I did realize that this hatch doesn't like to open as much when it's cold. I usually have to push it up. Alright, so this is our current setup in the tent that we're kind of doing for the first time. I really want to try cots, but like I said before, I don't like, because you lose, you lose 6 inches of room at least right here, just because the corners are tucked in. So 6 inches on both sides, you lose a foot of space in the middle where I kind of set up the blankets for the dogs. It's a little messy at the entry, but dogs slept down at the bottom here, and then we set the buddy heater up on portable toilet, heated toilet seat, I guess you could say, which we actually connected to a 20-pound tank last night. So we were able to run it all night long. They say don't run it in tents. It's fine. I do need to get a carbon monoxide detector, so safety police, that's what I'll be doing. It did heat up pretty good. You'd feel if you stood up, but what I ended up doing was just getting 2 fresh bottles just as backups because I blew through mine and I didn't want to go a night of cold again. So since it got down to 10 degrees, all the condensation on the tent froze, iced up. I actually had to take my Leatherman to the zipper right here just to break the ice off, just so we can get out. So that was an adventure. But other than that, I mean, the tent itself is great. It's easy to put up. For the common person, if you're using sleeping bags, stuff like that, it works. I really don't like this corner door. It's, as you can see, excuse the dirt, but, oh, hey Niko. It's a pain for them to come in through that door and work around the cots. And you can't, whichever way you situate the cots, it blocks the door. So there's no great way to actually put them in here. If anybody watching this has a Gazelle tent and uses cots, let me know if it actually works. If you have a better option, because other than that, I mean, yeah, it works great as a tent. And the reason why I got this and not the Oz tent was because of shipping. Like I said, I only had like 3 days to prepare for this trip. I had to take off my Tough Stuff Alpha for a warranty reason, and they sent me a new tent. So I had to field destroy my other one. So I did that before I knew I had to go on this trip. Yeah, so I had to field destroy my other tent. Let's fix that. So I didn't have a rooftop tent anymore. I mean, I could have got a lower quality one. I want to try the Gazelle, see what the hype was all about. Everyone that has them really loves them. Now they do go up really easily. They pack really quick, which is all great things. To me, it's the usability. That's the issue. And it's the door and just the way the walls taper in with the cots. I'm tall, so I need a longer cot because of that. So I am going to break down camp and get on the road. Dogs are getting antsy, and for once in his life, Niko actually wants to get into the car. I think he's ready to go. It's that and wanting to be off his leash. So we got a long drive ahead of us, but if you did enjoy this video, there will be plenty more. As you've been noticing, I've been posting consistently, trying to post on a weekly basis. So if you are looking for other videos, I do want to do more of these vlogs. These are what I started doing as, and then I started doing kind of DIY videos. So the channel is not just DIY, it's just going to follow me around with everything I do, as you can see by the name change on the channel. So I went back to my name, that way it just follows me with whatever I want to do. But if you enjoy this video, enjoy the DIY videos, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and if you want, hit that bell, you'll get more notifications. Alright, thanks for tagging along with us.